Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda, and this is Gizmo.
We're the Village's Newcomers. We have a great show for you today with a lot of important information, like important insurance information.
Is a convenience fee convenient?
We're going to give you the real scoop on the bond and the maintenance fee.
E-bikes and saving gas.
Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
On Tuesday night, we had a meet and greet over at Captiva. You may have seen the show on Thursday where we put some of the responses from people, how they got here and that kind of thing. That was one of the greatest things.
It was a wonderful evening. We met so many nice people. It was so many came, and we were just pretty much shocked and awed and just very thankful.
Yeah, we didn't advertise it on YouTube. We put a little blurb on Facebook, and people showed up, and we really appreciate that. And it really verified for me why we have our channel.
Yeah.
You know, people told us that they've watched our show and it helped in their decisions, and we're flabbergasted, really.
Yeah.
But thanks to all of you.
And now it's time for shout outs.
It's funny, we went to a movie on Monday. We like to go to those $5 movies on Monday.
But they're not $5 anymore.
No, they're $6 now. But we didn't even go to the $6 movie. We went outside the bubble. We went to Leesburg to the AMC theaters. It's $5.75 or something like that for a senior citizen. And we saw the movie Memory.
Right.
That's a Liam Neeson movie. We like Liam Neeson.
Yes, we do.
And I'm not going to give you a spoiler here, but he has a brother with Alzheimer's disease, and he is showing signs of it himself in the movie. And it's an action movie and real good. But fast forward to Friday. On Friday, we were informed by a viewer, and thank you very much, that there was a number to call and you could get free movie tickets for Friday to see Top Gun.
Right, it just came out Friday. That's
Brand
right.
new movie. And so we called it, and they said arrive at 2. We got there, and there's no free lunch, right? They had a card for us to fill out, and it was a charter something or other.
Charter research.
Research, yeah. And you fill it out. No obligation, but they gave you a 10-minute speech or a presentation before the movie. And then we watched Top Gun. Well, that presentation was about Alzheimer's and an Alzheimer's study. So we saw 2 movies this week, and they were both about Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I forget what they were about.
Well, I know you forgot the word research when I had to help you there, so I'm kind of wondering there.
I don't mean to make little of it because, it's down the road for many of us. And but I just thought that was unusual. But believe me, Top Gun's a good movie. It's an action-packed movie.
Fantastic movie.
If you happen to be a military pilot, you're going to probably laugh your way all the way through it because it's a little bit far-fetched, but action. We loved it.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
You got to go see it.
Here's Cosmo. Cosmo is 90 years old. He's the father of a couple of our viewers. He's sitting there in his golf cart, and he lives up in Orange Blossom. Now, this is Cosmo's daughter, Anna Maria, and her husband, Rick. They live in Santo Domingo, and they're from Massachusetts.
This pretty dog is Bailey, and she's on the Little House on the Prairie site, which is in Independence, Kansas.
Rick and Diane are from Texas. They live in the Austin area. We really enjoyed meeting them, and they're living it up here while they're visiting the villages.
And this is Linda and Jeff. They went from this to this. And they say they're really enjoying the weather here in the villages.
And next time it snows, you can send that second picture to your friends back where you came from.
That's right.
Ed sent in this picture of Brian. Brian's on the right, and it looks like they're out parasailing. Brian is having very, very important surgery this week, and we're sending out some good wishes to
Absolutely.
you. Good luck, Brian.
This is a good-looking couple wearing their Jerry and Linda t-shirts. It's Robert and Karen Sykes, and they're coming this week for a lifestyle visit, and they're going to have a great time.
This is Dan and Bev from Reading, Massachusetts. Is it Reading or Reading?
Looks like Reading.
They're from Massachusetts. They just bought a home in Case and Hammock. Welcome.
And this is Karen, Jim, and Cookie. And they're looking forward to a lifestyle stay at the Villages. And look at that monster buck behind them.
Oh, Daddy, that's a big one. Walter and Nancy just celebrated their 1-year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Not their anniversary of marriage, but their 1-year anniversary of living here in the Villages. So congratulations. They live up in Del Mar.
And this is Geraldine. She sent this picture. She says her and her husband are from California, and they'll be visiting Ron and Laura, who live in the village of Hawkins.
Barbara sent us this photo. That's her dad in the picture. He's a ranger in the Everglades National Park. Ranger Rick. And she wrote to let us know, like so many of you do, that there are crocodiles in Florida. In fact, the Everglades is the only place on Earth where alligators and crocodiles cohabitate.
Ooh.
So Barbara, thank you for sending that in. And Ranger Rick, thanks for your service. If I come down there, would you give me a tour? Would you? Our first letter today. I like the idea of riding an e-bike. What are the benefits? Seems like they do all the work. Are they good exercise? That's from Bill. Bill, there are lots of good reasons to ride an e-bike. For us, the number one reason was you did it. We went out and rode the e-bike.
We did.
When we had regular bikes, we very seldom went out because
It was a chore.
it's hard.
You can't get up through those tunnels. You have to practically get off and walk.
That's so embarrassing.
And we go farther. I felt so wonderful when I went 20 miles, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, before we'd ride a mile or 2 or 3 and we'd come back and we're all sweaty and she's in a bad mood because she's tired.
Yeah.
But on the e-bikes, really, we could go 20 or 25 miles. Mm-hmm. Now, are they exercise? That depends on you. They have an assist level. You can go from 0 assist, where in which case they'd be more exercise than a regular bike.
That's right.
Because they are heavy. Ours weighs 62 pounds.
That's true.
But you can put it on level assist 1 and it helps you a little. 2, a little bit more. All the way up to whatever you want and boom, you're flying. Mm-hmm. And it also has a throttle, depending on what kind of e-bike you get. And there are different classes of e-bikes, but ours has a throttle. Mm-hmm. And to come up out of those tunnels, easy peasy. Mm-hmm. When you want to merge into traffic, just a little bit of throttle, easy. We don't use that throttle very much. Mm-mm. We usually pedal. You usually pedal on what level?
I'm usually on a 1 or 2, probably a 2.
I'm usually on a 3 or 4.
No. I think it was a little fast for me on 3 and 4. But that throttle also helps you get out of your street onto the other side of our big street, Hillsborough, and into the modal path. So that's when I use the throttle the most. But they're great.
It's fresh air. You save on gas, and you're out doing things. It's a lot of fun. We have Ride1Up E-bikes. We've had them for a couple of years now. We love them, and
get the step through.
Yeah, we have a step through. Used to be like not macho, you want the boys' bike.
Yeah.
Well, these little legs don't kick up as high as they used to, so I like stepping right through. Yeah. They're called unisex now, so you don't have to worry about that stigma of riding a girl's bike.
That's right.
We'll put a link at the end of the video if you're interested. Mm-hmm. One of our viewers sent in this picture of Walmart. Look at that. Looks like a hurricane's coming or something.
Oh.
A lot of people in there. We usually have better luck than that, but it just shows you that once in a while it gets crowded here. I think that's more the lack of staff.
Yes, I think
they
so
probably
too.
have 20 cash registers and they have 2 of them open.
Yes.
Or it looks like 1.
Yeah.
Speaking of customers, when I bought those movie tickets last Monday, I had to pay a convenience fee. I bought them online. They were $5.79 each, but my bill came to $15.95. I said, wait a minute, let me figure that out. Should have been 11 something. The other was a $2.50 or something like that convenience fee. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's convenient at all, do you?
Yeah.
That's not worth it. And if you buy big tickets like concert tickets or football games or whatever, they might have $11 or $13 convenience charge. Mm-hmm. To me, that's like tinkling on your leg and tell you it's raining. That's like, that's a convenience charge. It's actually a pad in my pocket charge for that company. I don't like those convenience fees. Let people know that stuff. Here's something where you can all do. We want you to write to us. We want to give you a question. You write the answer. And if you want to send your picture in, landscape is best. Mm-hmm. Landscape is wide. All you got to do for a landscape, Look, watch this. This is portrait. Don't send that. Turn your camera like this. Turn it like this, take your picture. But if you answer this question and send your picture, well, we might even make a whole show out of it. We gave this question to the people that came to our
meet and greet.
Our meet and greet the other night, and we got some good answers, and we'll include those too when we do the show. But here's the question on the screen. You're appointed mayor for a day in the Villages, and you're authorized to make any one change that you'd like to better the community for its residents. What would you choose? If you want to participate, email us that, and if in the subject line put mayor or mayor for a day, and we'll try to compile all of those and get it out to you in a show. And I think it'll be interesting.
I think that's going to be fun to see.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see what you like.
And this question is from Diane in Ohio. I was wondering if there are public restroom facilities in the town squares. And yes, there are. In Brownwood, it's right near the theater. There's some public restrooms there. Also, there's a little box office there also. And then in Lake Sumter, there are looks like huts, or it's like a beachside outdoor bathrooms. That's where they, yes?
I don't know.
Yes, there may be two places there, and then near Cody's or Red Sauce behind that, there's a little place for public restrooms. And Spanish Springs, I'm not sure. We don't visit that.
There are. If they have them in the others, they have them
They're
up there.
going to be there.
There are public restrooms. I don't use them, though. Do you use them?
I do.
I don't
I'm gone. Always.
No, I'd hold it till I get home.
No. And also, every pool has a restroom. So that's public also.
You know, this is funny. This is a true story.
Yeah.
I know. You want? I'll tell it. You want me to tell it?
You tell it, because I hope she's not watching.
If you looked at our Facebook page, you saw us swimming in a nearby pool. And we were having a good time. And one other person came in to swim in that pool. And this lady was swimming down in the far end. And two maintenance men, probably painters or lawn workers or landscapers, they came in the pool, which is totally fine, to use the restroom. I mean, what else are they going to do?
Yeah.
They came in to use the restroom. They used the restroom. And when they left, she splashed water at him, and she flipped him the old number one.
Yeah.
And I was funny.
Yeah.
But funny like, whoa.
And it was a little odd to see a grown person give somebody the bird. I don't like that. I know grown people do, but
What was up with that?
I don't know. I was shocked.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. This isn't Villages related, but it's Florida related for me. I've lived in Sebastian for a little under 2 years, and I didn't realize how more often I have to shave living here. The nubs and 5 o'clock shadow come every day. In New York, I could go 2 or 3 days without shaving. I do not like shaving, even though I looked forward to it when I was a teenager. I had a friend when I was a teenager. Bobby, if you're watching this, when we were teenagers, he wanted to shave so bad. And he used to scrunch his face up. I am serious as can be. And he thought,
Try to make them grow.
trying to push those whiskers out.
Maybe the heat down here makes them grow. I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know. I have not noticed that. As you know, I'm light complected.
Yeah.
I can go days and days without shaving, and I do, don't I? Mm-hmm. And
I see it though. It's not real dark.
no, it's not dark. You can't hardly even notice.
It's a little white now.
I did trim it up a little bit this morning for you.
You're handsome.
One of the most common questions that we receive is about money. It's about the district fee. And this letter says, what is the district fee? Is it paid once a year? What does it pay for, and does it go up every year? Great question.
Yes.
We've answered it before, but as things happen, we turn over viewers ever so often, and we thought we would go into it again. And we tried to get a better answer this time. Still, though, as always, we encourage you to do your own research. We're going to give you a pretty generic answer, but a good one, I think. We called someone in the know, and they told us that the district fee is a fee that basically is collected once a year. You'll find it on your annual property tax bill. And that fee is variable. It could go down next year. It could go up next year. So it is a variable fee. I think there's a cap on how much it can go up. I think ours was around $600 last year, give or take. And it pays for the maintenance of common areas, things that we all enjoy together. I'm thinking those are things like the flowers and the shrubs and your palm trees.
Maybe the painting of the tunnels?
Recreation. I don't know about that. I don't know. But it's common area maintenance. That's what the district fees go for. And it's once a year, like I said. The next question is a little more complex. It's about the bond. The bond is a biggie.
Yeah.
Every single home that's built in the villages comes with a bond attached to it. A bond is a big fee. It's in the tens of twenties of thousands of dollars or more. Bond, bond, bond. We keep hearing the word bond. What exactly is the bond? How much are they? Does every home have one? Do you pay it every month with your house payment? It's confusing. Again, we called our local expert, who shall remain unnamed, and we got the lowdown on the bond, although we already knew. We were very fortunate here.
Yeah.
Our home was 3 years old when we bought it. In fact, we have recently reached a point where we've lived here longer than the original owners.
Right.
So that's cool. And we don't have a bond. So that in our mind justified us paying more than we wanted to for this house.
Yeah, we don't have a bond because they paid it off.
Right. The bond here was over $20,000 for this house, and they paid it off because they didn't think they were going to move. But the bond is a fixed number. All the designer homes in the same neighborhood will have the same bond. All the villas will have a different number, but they'll all have the same bond. The bond is charged one time a year, and the best place to figure out how that bond is figured and how they determine how much it's going to be is to go to www.district.gov.org. I'll put that up on the screen for you there. If you find a home that you're interested in, it's best to contact an agent and have them look up the bond. If it's a pre-owned home, it will have usually some of the bond paid, but it will still have a large amount of the bond sometimes that needs to be paid, and that's going to be included yearly with your tax bill. Our source said to tell people to estimate basically 2 to 2.5% of the new home price for the property tax bill that covers their taxes and assessments. Once they select a home, it's easier to get a more concrete number. Some older homes will have no bond remaining, like we said. That is a written answer that we got from her. As far as paying it every month, some people who finance may choose to escrow their taxes and assessments, and then they include it with the monthly house payment. Other people will set up quarterly payments with the tax office, and then others might just pay their bill once a year in November. One thing about the bond, it can be paid off, but you can't pay it off a little at a time. You either make your annual payments or you pay it all off.
Okay.
That's our understanding. Check with your expert. The bond original cost is determined by the cost to build an area divided by the number of homes in that unit. Therefore, the bonds vary from unit to unit. I'm reading her answer. Typically, patio villa bonds are lower than courtyard villa bonds, which are lower than designer homes. Every new home being built will have a bond assessment attached to it, and that bond will last for 30 years. When you get a bond, there is interest on that bond. The interest rate for the bond depends upon when the bond was purchased. They have varied from about 3.65 to 6%. Very few people choose to pay off the bond now because it will transfer to a new owner upon sale. As far as how much they are, it's hard to give a general figure because they're all different. Like we said, call an agent. They can look it up for you. So those are a little look at the district fee and the bond. Now, what about that amenity fee? When we moved in here, our amenity fee was $148, right?
Yes.
New amenity fees now for people that move in are about $179. Then you have the amenity fee, or what we like to call the fun fee.
Yeah.
That's your monthly district bill to enjoy the recreation centers, the pools, executive golf courses, and putt and plays. It's currently $179 a month per household. That's another question we get. Is it per person? Is it per house? It's per home. That comes on the same bill that includes your water, your sewer, and your trash charges. The amenity fees in addition to those. Some people wonder about those love bugs, those pesky little bugs. They look like giant ants, don't they, with wings?
Right. Yeah.
But you hardly ever see one because they're almost every time you see them, they'll be stuck together with another one. That's why they're called love bugs. And they come in the spring and in the fall. What'd you think of them this year?
I thought they were very, just not very prevalent this year. I was not bothered at all. I remember one time we were down at Edna's the first year we were here, and we were on the putting green, and oh my goodness, we were walking, and they were almost landing in your mouth and all over your body and your head, and you. It was bad. Maybe it was because there were more trees down there. I don't know.
Maybe you were just talking so much.
I guess that was it.
But this was a mild year.
Yes.
We hardly noticed them at all. We did clean off the car. The front of the car was
Yeah, we did get some.
pretty
of that.
plastered with them, but we used those dryer sheets. You wet them, actually. I did.
He did.
And you wipe it off, you wet them, wipe it off, and it's good. One time only had to do it.
Right. So it was really a small group of bugs this year. This is from Taylor in Georgia. Do the rental companies have golf cart insurance on rental or loaner carts? What kind of insurance coverage do you have on your own personal cart?
Great question. I've seen this question more in the last 6 months.
Yeah, we have.
When people come here, many times they rent a cart, which you really can't reserve carts now. I think it's first come, first served because of the demand and supply is all out of whack. But it's our understanding, you can check for yourself. We did actually check, but you can check for yourself that you do not have insurance supplied by the renting company when you rent golf carts. That falls on you. And it's impossible, we think, nothing's impossible, but it's not likely that you could find a company that would give you insurance for a week on a golf cart. So that's going to be tough. You may have some kind of coverage already through your own homeowners or car insurance policy that would cover you in another vehicle. Do we have it? We have liability only. We have 2 nice golf carts. But I mean, I just am more concerned about hitting somebody or hurting somebody than I am about denting my own golf cart, you know.
Absolutely.
And so we carry liability only. It's not very expensive. We have 2 carts. They're about $75. We have it that cheap though because we bundle. We bundle them. We bundle it with our homeowners and car insurance. A similar topic. Do you get the insurance offered at a car rental counter or do you rely on your own personal auto policy? Great question. I never buy the extra insurance because my agents have always told me that if I have full coverage on my car, which we do, that will transfer over to a rental car. However, there's a tiny loophole. My insurance and hers will not cover the loss of use that a company will try to sock to you. If you are at fault and you ding up a rental car, that car is going to be out of use.
Right.
They have the ability to say, well, it was down for 2 weeks. We rented for $100 a day. You owe us $1,400.
Yes. That's crazy.
Yeah, they can do that. So that's one thing that's covered when they ask you for the money at the rental window, which they usually charge a calendar day rate. So if you rent it at 10 o'clock at night, you have to pay for insurance that day.
Oh.
And then you'll pay it the next day and the next day and the next day. You turn it in at 8 in the morning, you're going to have to pay for that day too.
Oh,
So it's up to you. It's how comfortable you feel taking the risk for that loss of use. Usually your car insurance will pay if you have full coverage on your car insurance. But again, check that out with your insurance agent, just like you're going to check out that golf cart information too.
It is getting hot. I walked Gizmo this morning and I was, humid. And it was like 8 o'clock this morning. It's getting hot, people.
And you ask us, what do we do when it's hot? Do we do as many things? No. Do we still do things? Yes. We do spend more time in the house. And that leads to the question we get every once in a while. Can we give you a list of our binge-worthy TV shows? We did that 1.5 years or 2 ago. Remember that?
We did that. And things have
During COVID,
yes,
we did it.
we did. And things have changed because on TV, they'll change movies out and put movies back in through Netflix or Amazon Prime. So our list will probably be different this time.
Yeah, but we're going to put that on our Facebook page. So if you want to join us on the Facebook page, look under the Village's Newcomers, Jerry and Linda. And we have a lot of stuff on there. We can't put, like right now, once this hits the the airways and you ask a question, I can't put a picture in to show you anything. So we do that on Facebook. If you want to see those, come over there and you can check out what kind of shows we watch. We used to like all the same stuff. But lately she doesn't want to see the shoot 'em ups, and I like the action movies.
Yeah.
She's into the lovey-doveys, and I watch those too sometimes. But I mean, like we said, I'm in for a good Liam Neeson movie or something
I do like those
that.
too.
Time for our last question. This is an odd question. Some of you will get it, some of you won't get it. If you get it, shoot us a reply. Let us know the answer, because I'm wanting to know. Here it is. Who did Jonah shoot? Who did Jonah shoot? That's the question. If you know it, let us know. Are you ready for your part? You've been a good boy today. You only whined about 3 times. Are you ready? Take it away, Gizmo.
It's my favorite time of year. I love summertime. But you've heard Mom and Dad talk about how hot it gets down here. And I'm telling you, it really does. Look at this sign. It tells you about the asphalt, the concrete. If the air temperature is 77 degrees with that hot Florida sun, that asphalt can be 125 degrees. And you can imagine if it gets even hotter, which it always is in the summer. It says that skin destruction can occur in just 60 seconds. So please check that asphalt before you walk your pet. Mommy always does. But still, we have a few neighbors that won't let us walk in their grass. So I have to really go fast around their yards. Thanks for listening, everybody. Make life a little bit easier for your pet. There's a lot of seafood in Florida. We got the ocean on both sides. Well, the ocean on one side and the Gulf of Mexico on the other side. And I mean, there's lakes and lakes and more lakes. And it made me think about why the crabs never share their lobster with me. You know why? 'Cause they're shellfish. Shellfish. Shellfish.
Good boy, good boy.
You're funny. Oh, such a good dog.
That's going to do it for this edition of
Mailbag Monday.
Be sure and tune in on Thursday. We're going to start a new series. Once in a while, we're going to show you some home maintenance tips. For us, they're kind of special to the villages or special to Florida. Mm-hmm. So there might be things that can help you maintain your own home. And we're going to start that on Thursday.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. And there's a little button or bell over there. If you press that, it's over here. Maybe there it is.
Right there.
Press that and you will be notified of upcoming videos. Until next time.
See you when you get here.